Okay, welcome to the next session with Python functions. Okay, and now we are going to discuss about two type of user defined function, void and non-void. You may have okay. You may have already understood that how to define a user defined function or how to create a user defined function by this def keyword. Okay, just right. Yeah. So by this def keyword, we can use or we can define the user defined function or we can create a user defined function. Okay. Now this def by this def keyword, just I have showed you the example at the last of the previous session as we have ended that def function name, then list of parameters. Here we are going to give the list of parameters and then we are writing the body of the statement. So this is how we are going to define our own user defined function, right? Now the thing is that what is void and what is non-void function? So before knowing the void and non-void function, we have to know about more, a little bit more about function and the return statement of function. Okay, so let's just go to our next slide. Here it is, and here we have a example for you all, that is user defined function without argument and without return type. Okay, this is a full program given with the function definition and the function call. Precisely here it has been note down, it has been given which one is the function definition and which one is the function call. This is the function call actually. Okay, and this full portion is the definition of the function. Now coming back to the code or coming back to the, don't see this output right now. Okay, don't see the output right now, just focus on the, okay, just a minute, just focus on the code. Okay, so that you will understood it properly. See, this program is adding two numbers using function without argument. This is not having any argument. In the previous slide, what we have seen in the previous slide, here in this slide we have seen that the list of parameters should be there after the function name. So suppose I am writing over here, sorry, suppose I am writing like def fun1, and here I am writing x comma y. Okay, so this x and y is becoming my parameters, or these are the list of the parameters I am having. Now if I write here x equals to 5, y equals to x plus 10, and then printing the value of x and y. Okay, so this has become my body of the function. This is become my body of the function, and this whole thing is become the definition of the function. Okay, this whole thing is my definition. Now what is calling my, how to call my function? If I write here fun1, definitely the name should be same when you are calling the function. This is my function name, so when I am calling my function, the name should be same. Okay, now I am writing here 5 and 11. So this 5 will go to the x and this 11 will go to the y value. Okay. Now here I am redefining this x and y. Okay. Now I do that, I can do that x equals to 5. I will, if I not write this line, then also the x value will be 5 and the y value will be 11. Okay. So before writing the x and y, before doing this plus minus or manipulation, this, if I print x and y value, just after entering into the function, it will print 5 and 11. Okay, so I will show you that also in our practical, that in the practical portion. Okay, but before that, let's come here and let's understand this program. Okay, so here I am taking two variables a and b and taking two input over here, and these inputs are integer input. Okay, here you can see no parameter is there, that is empty. The parameter list is empty. We can write a function like this also without parameter and without return type. And whenever we are writing a function without a return type, that is a void function. So this function will be a void function. It is a type of void function. Is that clear? So why it is called a void function actually? See, whenever I am returning some value from a particular function, that means it is return a data type. It is returning not only a value, it is returning a value with a data type also. That is, the function is not returning a void. Okay, that void means void is also a kind of type. Okay, that means not zero. Actually, zero is not void. Void means empty. It is not having anything, just empty. Okay, empty vessel, like that. Okay, if you are having an empty glass, that you can say it is a void. It is a void thing. Okay, but if you are having a little bit water in the glass or little bit liquid in the glass or one piece of thing in the that particular glass, then it is not a void. Okay, so we can say here, for this particular program, a and b, two variable, c equals to a plus b, we are performing the sum over here and we are printing the result over here, that is c, right? So now we are defining the function. Now the definition of the function ends till here. Now we are calling the function add. Now I am taking two input over here and calling the function. So or performing the task. Okay, so here if I run the code, it will enter two value, any value, 12 or 23, or if I say 15 and 20, so 15 plus 20, how much it will be? It will be also 35, isn't it? So the sum will be calculated and it will give the result like this, as it is written in the print statement, right? Now I will go to the Python and I will show you. I will go to the Jupyter notebook and let me show you how, in how different way we can do this. Okay, we are already having our file over here, that is, so here it is. Now we are going to give our example with function. Okay, function in Python. Okay, so now let's write a function def DEF I want to increase my screen so that the visibility will be my function, and I will take some argument over here like x and y. Okay, and just giving here r equals x plus y print r. Okay, now here I will print values. Just I am printing this so that you will understand. Values taken x y. Okay, now good to go. Now I will just call the function main code, or I can say this is my driver code from where I am calling my function and in here at the time of the definition, just look at here, I have taken two variables, or in the parameter list I have taken two parameters, so I have to give here definitely two different parameters. Okay, so now I will run this code and show you what will happen. Okay, running the code. Okay, very sorry, I have done one big mistake that I have written here FUNTION and there I have written FUNC. Okay, so remember guys, whenever you are writing a definition of the function, whatever name you are giving, at the time of calling the function, the name should be the same. Otherwise, if you will also got the error like me. Okay, now I am taking some another values 0 and 6. Okay, now running the code again, values taken 7, 9. So it is giving 7 plus 9, 16. R will be 16. And whenever I am taking 0 and 6, so the values taken 0, 6, it is giving you the result 16 like this. Okay. So I hope it is understandable or you have understood the total thing, whatever I have showed you in this way. So what is this, students? This is the example of void function. I can say example of void function. Okay, why this is void? Because it is not returning, it is not having any return type, or it is not returning a value. It is just printing the value inside the function only. Okay, now the same thing I will copy it like that. Okay, I have just copied it, but here I will not write print, rather than I will write here return and within a bracket. You can skip the bracket part as well, or you can write it just without a bracket as well. Okay, now we will call the function, but okay. So let me just call the function and show you what will be the result actually. Then I will tell you that how to do the way, or how is the way. 12 and 15. So sorry, 12 and 15. Okay, so 12 plus 15, how much? 12 plus 15 will be 27, right? So let's run the code and see what will be the result. Okay, now running the code, you see, just 1 minute. You see, it is giving value taken. I have printed over here values taken x comma y, and in my function I have taken 12 comma 15, so it is giving 12 and 15 the values. Okay, but the output is not coming as per the output is coming in the previous one, that is 6. It is coming like out for 27. Okay, no print statement, nothing. So if I add a print statement, or like if I add a quotation over here, like the result is like that, so it will give you as per the print statement, right? The result is, so it will give you as per the print statement. Just running the code one more time. So the result is 6, the result is 16, but here it is not giving like that, isn't it? So actually what happens when I call the function, it is returning a value to the same function in the same line. Okay, so if I write like this, suppose I am taking a variable, say a, okay, and I am storing this. This means I am storing the value of this R into the A. Okay. And if I just print this A, just look at this, what will happen? Result is. Okay. I will not write only result. Returned result is. Okay. And here it is. I will print the A. So let's see what will be the answer. 27. I hope you have understood, students, that what is happening in this code. And this is the example of non-void function, that is, it is returning a particular value into the code, or in my code I am having non-void function. So I hope you have understood the difference between void and non-void function. Just look at here. This is the void function, the uppermost portion, and in this portion I have showed you a non-void function. The last one is the non-void function, right? So I hope all of you have understood this one, and no confusion over there that what is void and non-void. Whenever you will get a return type, that is non-void. Okay, that is not void. Void means no return type. Okay, so no return type means void, and a return type means non-void. So with the practical example, I have showed you that this is a non-void function. Okay, now, okay, going back to our presentation, that is it. Okay, now here you can see with argument and with no return type. The same thing I have shown you, that see, the whenever I am using the arguments, the things will be like this. Okay, so whenever I am using the arguments, the things will be like this. Here is my argument list A, B, and whenever I am calling the function, I have to give two arguments. So now I have directly given the arguments, like I have given A, D, D, add, and 5 and 7. Okay, like this. So you can give your arguments, this argument list you can take as an input also, as an user input, as here it has been taken that A and B in the user input it has been taken. Okay. Okay. So this is it for today. Void and non-void function with argument and without argument also functions. I have shown you how to use function with argument and without argument as well. Okay. This example is for without argument and the next example is with argument, and I have shown you in the Jupyter notebook also that how to use a function with argument list. Okay, or with the parameter list, right? So hope this portion you have understood clearly and you have done the practicals with me also, or you have understood the practical properly. Okay, whatever I have shown you in this session. In the next session we will see something more about function. I will show you some more little bit practicals on function. Okay, so keep tuned with this time only every day with the live sessions, and must attend the sessions. Okay, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. So here I am ending the today's session with Python function. Okay, thank you.